Hey guys, I'm here with Eric Fitzgerald from Blue Collar Electric, and we're going to have a little chat today about aluminum wiring. Eric, can you tell our viewers what's the issue with aluminum wiring?
So aluminum wiring, there's a hazard involved with it. It's kind of got a bad rap for being a fire hazard, and basically the reason being is it's a soft metal. So with the climate that we get here in Montreal, being cold and hot, that metal expands and contracts, and over time it loosens itself off the terminations, which eventually can cause arcing and cause a fire in a home.
Okay. So Eric, what years was aluminum wiring used in residential construction in the West Island?
Mainly in the 1970s. So you're going to see it a lot in Beaconsfield South. There's still some areas of Kirkland that have a lot of aluminum wiring. Around the Brunswick, St. Charles area, we see a lot.
Okay.
So yeah, it would be that 1970s.
DDO, I think, too, a lot of 1970s
absolutely.
construction.
A lot of the West Island.
Okay, so if you're looking at a home built in the 70s, there's a good chance you could have aluminum wiring.
Absolutely, or partial aluminum wiring. If there's been renovations done on the home, it might be half-half, but it's definitely a concern, definitely something to think about if you're buying a home.
Okay, so if someone's going to be buying a home that's built in the 70s, do they have to rip all the wiring out?
No, we've got a technique called pigtailing that we're able to do. So we'll go into a home rather than rewiring the whole thing. We can go into all the plugs, all the switches, all the terminations really in the home, and we splice wires on. That means we join copper wiring onto the existing aluminum wiring, and we cover the connection with an anti-oxidization paste. It's specifically meant for aluminum to copper connections, and then we put the copper terminations back onto those plugs and those switches, and that's a legal fix that insurance companies still do. They look at that as absolutely. They recognize it as a good fix.
And as far as you're concerned, that's a safe solution to aluminum wiring?
Absolutely, yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Another question is, what does that typically cost to go in for a typical, let's say, a 4-bedroom, 2-story West Island home? What's it going to cost to go in and do that pigtail oxidization work?
Yeah, that's a good question. It varies obviously from the size of the home and if there's been any renovations done on the home, but typically you're looking about that $2,000 to $3,000 range.
Okay, so it's not super prohibitive.
Absolutely, and much cheaper than going and rewiring the whole home.
Absolutely, makes sense. So if you're a homeowner and you've lived in your home for 20, 30 years and your home's built in the 70s, would you suggest it's a good idea to go and have that aluminum wiring inspected?
Absolutely, 100%. We see it every single day when we go into these older homes in the 70s. People don't even know, but we'll open up a plug. There's all sorts of black and charring on it. So clearly that there's been already a potential for a fire.
Wow.
So it's definitely something that you should think about looking at and get it inspected, get it certified, and get the pigtailing done.
Absolutely. Well, there you go. If you got aluminum wiring, get it checked out. Eric Fitzgerald from Blue Collar Electric. He's your man. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.